So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slight mark with my pencil to give me a guide. And I'm going to start where I see these little holes. And I'm going to gently shade because I'm using my pencil at a slanted way. And I just want to give it like a gray shading to where I see the original holes. Like I always say, when it comes to doing anything crafty, dress comfortably. So as you notice, she has no ears. I'm going all the way down. Her normal hairline, oh, it was a wig. I just remembered it was a sewn on wig. Okay, there we go. Yep, that works. I'm double checking. Da, 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 da. Okay, there. Add that on. That looks better. Okay. So as people receive notifications. Alright, so I have my marking set up. Also, she's going to have 2 ponytails. I'm looking for more the diameter of her nose, going straight back. Like this. Perfect. Now, because I'm spying her, I do sign the head underneath the hair. There, 2026. And she will have lots of hair. Okay, so let's get started. All right, I need to get this here. Wow, okay. So this is what happens with shipping. This yarn is very soft and fluffy. David's a sweetheart, and I told him where to get the yarn. It's the best yarn. And that is at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has the best yarn for projects that deal with yarn. So as you can see, we got some beautiful colors. That was what I call a nice creamy yellow. This is like a off-white. This color is more of your typical sort of like a blonde color. I am going to cut that little fray part off the end. Okay, and I'm getting these all prepped. Okay, and this one is like a beige white, off-white. Okay. I dreamed about a friend I used to have, and I think it's because I miss her. I dreamed about my friend that I had, Vanessa, in London, and I thought about her. I think I really miss her. We both deal with our own stuff, and everyone deals with things differently, and with that comes consequences. Okay, so as you can see, we got different textures. I think we both said things we regret that were wrong. Alright, so these are the colors we're using. And I'm going to give her like little loop bangs around here. So before I continue, I need to go ahead and get my needle and thread ready. Yeah, this is fine for the front. So I will start over here. Alright, I want to make sure I'm getting a good angle. So, there we go. When you see me doing this is because I'm doing a double knot. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start right there. Okay. Now I'm ready to start pulling up hair. We are going to have it long, of course. Y'all know David. David loves that long hair. So I can't compromise that for sure. Scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna start this process off with a little less in these areas. So as you can see, her hair be like these colors. I need a way to, let me go ahead and reposition the camera. Because I mean, it's like a tutorial, so basically. And I don't want her bangs to be overwhelmingly thick or they look like bushes, but I want them to be pretty. Oh, great. I told you. Okay, there we go. Now, all of David's Cabbage Patch Kids, he gets spotted by me. He prefers mine compared to as in the yarn. He does buy the yarn. He does supply all the supplies that he wants and needs for his Cabbage Patch Kids. I love it. He sends me pictures at how they are displayed in his home, and it's just, I love it. It's touching for me as someone who does this as a hobby, and when I see people love and enjoy what I do, that's my reward. So I'm looking where I did the shadowing with the pencil. Now these colors David picked out himself. So when I'm doing this, my hands are always dried out. And it's because I have to wash them and to remove any product or oils or anything from my hands because I don't want to get product on the doll's fabric. And that includes other dolls like American Girl. If I'm painting, my hands are always dry, super dry, because I don't want any kind of oils or products can interfere with the painting process. Because if it gets on the doll, it will prevent the paint from sticking onto the doll's vinyl. In this case, it prevents me from getting any kind of product onto the doll's fabric. Okay, this is cute. This looks really good. And this is gonna go really good with her, yeah, with her new eye color and the skin tone. It's still giving a bit of vintage, but a modern vintage kind of look. And the hair is going to be beautifully long, like he likes it. She's looking like a Rapunzel here already. But the hair is going to be done up in 2 ponytails. We're going to go with 2 high ponies. This doll is going to be a doll that he keeps to have on his bed for display, which I think is awesome. So, you know, she's got to look good. She's got to be cute. I'm readjusting certain pieces of yarn of her hair to make it look perfected. Well, we are perfecting it as we go. So there we go. That looks really, really good. Okay, so now this is a bright light. So if I turn off the light, this is more of what it really looks like there. So the colors look really, really good. These work really great for her. There. Okay, so I'm gonna take this like that and take my lights over and like tilt it. Perfect. I like to have lots of bright lighting when I'm doing any of my projects. I need to be able to see every single detail that I'm doing and applying. So all of these colors mixed together, it gives her a really like a buttercream color. So yeah, her hair is gonna be a buttercream, and you don't see where it's sewn, so it looks really pretty. She's going to be fabulous. Oh, so as I was talking about my friend Vanessa in London, I really wanted to apologize to her because I do miss her. We have been friends for, oh my gosh, 15 years to say the least. Very long time. And I learned so much from her and got so much information from her as a friend. And, you know, I miss her. And I wanted to just want her to know that. Okay. So once I'm done with this particular project, we will start doing Barbie reroots for Paris. And that's a longer process. Definitely. But oh my gosh, I love seeing the rewards of giving dolls new life. Okay. Now I'm going to need to take a minute and restring my thread. I have to rethread. Mm. So as you can see, all of the hair is specifically calculated to go in a specific spot. Okay, get this situated. Now flip that over here like that. Oh, this looks cute. See how that frames her face? Okay. you can see I pull almost each piece to make sure it's perfectly positioned at the perfect length to go with her hairstyle. So each curl is specifically, carefully, strategically placed. So they're not just randomly done. Okay. Oh my gosh. She is looking, she's gonna be so adorable. Oh, I'm a bit jelly. There we go. Pull some of that back. So I'm looking for certain pieces. I'm making a little shorter, a little longer to perfect her look. Okay. So there she is. So this is the frame of her face. You hear my coffee maker ticking. This looks good. I'm gonna go walking later. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. Okay. So yeah, and she's gonna have two ponytails. So she is going to be so stinking cute. All right. Let me see. That went down to there. I need to bring some more down to about right there. Okay, put the needle down. Let me see. I'm going to take a quick moment in a few because I'm going to get my clothes out of the washer and hang them. I hang them in my home. I don't use a dryer for personal reasons. I don't like dryers. Okay. Okay. So this I'm going to add right in here. Oh yeah, that looks good. It frames her face beautifully. So we're going to do the little longer ones across the front angle of the face. God, my hands look terrible on camera today. But like I said, you have to have dry hands. When I say dry, I mean dried out. So you don't leave any kind of oils on the fabric. So yeah, it's damaging to your skin a little bit, but afterwards I'll put some Nivea moisture cream and oil and gloves. Okay, pull that forward a little. Come in here. All right, now I can get some of this on a little more leveled, evened out. Which one is it? There. Okay. that is perfectly done. Okay, now this one there. Once the doll's hair is set into its desired style, it'll be a tight pony, so it's not going to come loose or change or anything like that, so it should be fine. Okay, there. So we're bringing it all the way down through here. Now I'm going to tighten this up in this little corner. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take a quick moment and do that and lift this up and put my needle there. Hold on. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I would do is lay her like this. So you can see how this is framing her face so far. Honey, coffee, coffee, coffee. Mm. All right, that's done. Hmm. Now, me, I don't really look at, I do not go on babyland.com or cabbagepatchkids.com that often. I really don't, unless I feel like I want something new or see what they got that's fresh and new. When I say that, I mean mostly in accessories. I do look at the Cabbage Patch Kids, but I don't come across anything I really want. But the biggest thing I'm hearing from people who collect and that I know, they always tell me they don't like a lot of the newer Cabbage Patch Kids. They don't like the look, they don't like the style, they don't like the hair colors, or just the overall look is what I hear. And the complaint is they feel they don't look like Cabbage Patch Kids anymore. They look something more like a tree troll. And this is not something that come from me. This is coming directly from them. And they feel like they don't make them as good as they used to or something. And they do not like the quality of yarn they're using. And I do not have any way to get that to them. And my thing is that, you know, this is something you should probably share with them. Send them an email. Pretty much. That's the best way. Send them an email and tell them your own personal thoughts and opinions instead of me because I can't do anything about that. I do not have any um, way of, you know, getting that through or anything like that. And also, I have no affiliations with them. And so, the collectors, and the ones who are purchasing, so consumer, you're the ones who need to voice your opinion about how you feel about the direction that they've gone in. Okay, I'm gonna have to get ready to re-thread my needle, and I'm taking this as low as possible. So she's gonna have an old school style bang, but the back I'm making it all like this so I can do a design. What I do, I call it the basket braid. So when I start parting it, I can give her that detail that's like that. Mm, I think I will go in up through here. There we go. And we will tie all of that off in this area. One, two, there. So now that it has a double knot, I'm coming back in. I'm going to try and get that in one more time. Got it. Okay. My last Cabbage patch, I got Self Sculpture. I got her before I was having to go into the hospital for my cranial surgery. and I think her name was Lavender something. I still have her. I'm keeping her. I love her. She's in my room. I keep her by my bed. I bought her as comfort. Well, I readopted her as comfort. I think that's a better way of putting it. And I got her on one of the adoption pages, and I wasn't on there long. Um, Once they knew who I was booted out of the group. And all of it started because of someone ranting about purchasing a doll on me, and she tried to say I cheated her, but I had flat rate shipping. I did flat rate shipping on Cabbage Patch Kids and what have you. I don't know. Some people just choose to be angry or mean or just cruel for whatever reason. And that's a personal decision, not a choice. It's a choice, but a personal decision as well. Okay, we did this here. Get the knot there. We got the knots out. All right. So we're here between the lower half near the neck, and I'm bringing the hairline down as low as possible to cover as much of these little um, gathered fabric areas as possible. Okay, now here we go. Let's get some more hair together. So after I've pulled yarn, I rake my fingers through it to distribute the colors evenly as possible to help this blend. I think the biggest concern I usually have when I'm redoing or spying the hair on an older Cabbage Patch Kid is dry rot. They're made of fabric, and this fabric, if it's not properly cared for, or if they're not properly stored in a climate controlled temperature, the fabric on a soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid, or even any doll that's made of fabric, is prone to dry rot, mold, all of that kind of stuff. And that is something you really have to look out for, because it can rip and tear extremely easily. This doll does not have it. And um, I don't think I've ever gotten one that does. I do know that newer fabric, any kind of fabric, that includes doll making, or the fabric in general sold by the yard, it is treated in a warehouse to prevent it from dry rotting. And that's why yarn and fabric dry out your hands, because today it's treated. All of this stuff has been sprayed, treated inside of the warehouse to prevent dry rot. And it really dries out your cuticles and stuff like that. So your cuticles end up like that. So anytime after this, you have to really moisturize and put on some gloves so that moisture can really get into your dry skin. So anytime you're working with yarn and stuff like that, if you notice your hands look and feel dry and it starts looking bad, that's why. It's because of how it's got treatment to prevent that. Okay, I really like the way these colors look. They're really pretty. Even though they didn't, I don't think they did use these colors, but not blended. I think in the 90s, from all of the ones I've seen on eBay, I've never seen them blend it like this. They never do this. They always give them basically one or two colors. I like it when it's blended like this. It's a custom blend, but it gives it more texture. It gives it a more realistic look, and it balances it. It's really pretty. Once it's all done and completed, it just gives it such a beautiful and unique look. Okay, we are coming up around here, and I need to redo her loopies. I need to bring them down further right here. I need to bring them down to about right there. So I need to do some more loop sort frames, her face. And then I'm also going to go through, see what we got going on, and possibly give her more hair at the top, around her entire hairline. But until I'm going to go so underneath here. Up here at the top, I'm probably going to add more yarn across up here to make it more thicker. I was going to do a section like this here to have it parted where the yarn just goes parted, but instead, I don't know yet. I'll figure that out. Let me see how we end up in a moment with the yarn that we have. Because either way, this is already pretty thick, and this yarn is fluffy, which makes it really pretty. It's going to look really, really good because I'll show you. With these different textures, you've got this bigger piece. You got two different types of larger kind. Let me double check. Yeah. So you have this, which gives this feeling of Chanel, like a Chanel type feel. So you have this thick, this one's thick. This is these right here are regular size colors. This one's a little thinner. That one's thinner. That one's a little thicker. So, you got different type. And this gives it more texture. This makes it really fluffy and bouncy, and it just makes it so much more pretty. It's what gives it that extra. So, I mean, when it comes to Cabbage Patch Kids, I think the biggest thing that really makes them really work is hair and clothes. Hair and clothes are everything on a Cabbage Patch Kid. Because some of them, the noses, they give like a stink eye, where the eye is slightly slanted, and then the nose is slightly one side is higher than the other, and they give like that, like they're making like a stinky face, like something stinks. I think those are cute. I do. I like it when things like that happen. It gives them an expression that's unique and different. And that's why when it's a soft sculpture, no, not any two, they can't, it's impossible to make two alike. It's like when I am doing what I'm doing now, I cannot make two just alike with repainting eyes and things like that because it's hand painted. It's not, it's not done. I don't have a stencil. When I'm painting, I'm doing painting all by hand without a stencil. So it's impossible for me to paint two dolls identical. They can almost look identical, but each brush stroke with paint is unique, different, and all its own. And even with this, I mean, the placement of all the hair is unique and different. It's all its own and impossible to reciprocate onto another doll. All right, so here we are adding that ending bang right here, making sure that's showing up on camera for you. I think the biggest people who call it Cabbage Patch Kids are country folk. Country folk. And that's myself. And even though I've grown up in the city, North Carolina, I don't care. You got Charlotte, you got Raleigh, you have Durham. It's still country. I don't care how bougie the people act. I mean, it's still country. It's South. On the border of North and South, basically. But it's still country. And then Tennessee is next door, so. But I think, in a sense, everyone has a soft spot for Cabbage Patch Kids. You either love them or you don't like them at all. Okay, now I'm going to come in, going right there and close this off. All right. now I'm going to pull this out up and around. Okay. All right. I'm looking at our hair, and oh wow, yeah, that's pretty thick, but still, I'm gonna do it thicker for her ponytails. All right. Oh, she looks so pretty. Let's have a look. See. Okay, change my lighting. There we go. So y'all can see her. Bring it in. There we go. Oh wow, that looks pretty bright. Okay, fine. I'll turn the light off. Okay, there we go. So, and yes, the hair looks all the way down here looking like Rapunzel. And look at that. See how beautiful all the colors blend? Looks, I'm still going to add more hair. I'm going to put all of this in her head as much as possible. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I am going to give her separate ponytails. So let me reposition my camera and cut my light back on. All right, and reposition that. So I already had this pre-marked, and I am going to just do 2 ponytails. I'm going to, because I want her to still have that vintagey feel. I'm not trying to give her like the basket braid ponytail because she has 93 on her tag, and I want her to kind of still maintain that vintagey type feel about her, you know? I don't want her to make her so modernized that she doesn't look like the era she represents. So we're going to keep her cute with. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, no, 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 no. You are so lucky that David has pets. Oh my. Well, aren't we just comfortable today? All right. Sorry. Oh, Mama did a shnoop shnoop. Yes, we love you, Miss Dixie. Okay, so now we're going to start prepping her hair for 2 ponytails. Oh, so let's rethread my needle. Okay. The yarn is going across her head, and she's looking at me like, what are you doing? Mm. Yes, sweetie. I love you too, Miss Poomshy Poomshy. Okay. And the reason why I decided to do her hair were to be split straight down the middle with ponytails is because I would get to add a lot more yarn in her head for the two ponytails. So it'd be more basic, but I would be able to get is even more yarn in on her head. And this is the best way for me to utilize all of the rest of the rest of the yarn that she has left. Okay, what is it? I'm gonna have to give her some treats. So this way she will let me be. This is why she's coming, giving love, 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 love. All right, we are going to set this girl right here. By the way, I am going to make bows. This is a long video. Yes, lots of super long hair. Okay, Dixie, let's get you some treats, Miss Press. Take my glasses off. Okay. Yep, here are your Grammys. So her treats are dental treats for dental snacks to help with her teeth, tartar bread. So any of you cat lovers, and I think they have greenies for dogs as well. You know what they are, so you know that that's a healthy snack for your pet. Okay, so here we are. Get her arm situated. Get everything ready as we start to do her center part. So this is ready to go, starting right there. As you can see her face, her beautiful bangs. Yeah, we are so ready to do this. Making sure all of the little pieces are perfectly placed. I love the colors, look amazing. David's going to love this. She's going to look really pretty as a decorative piece on his bed. And you know, this can be his Cabbage Patch Kid that he buys different outfits for. You know, since she'll be on his bed, he can have different little outfits for the seasons. You know, like New Year's, Christmas. Well, Christmas and New Year's go hand in hand. So she'll be able to have her own Christmas outfit to go through New Year's. And she'll get to have her own cute little Valentine's look and Easter look and then spring and summer look or whatever. And all the way through into the fall, a fall look. And then, yeah, that sounds about right. So she gets about 5 cute outfits that'll look really cute. That reminds me, I need to do something like that with one of mine. My redhead I got for my birthday years ago. I still have her. I'm looking at her. I kind of want to end up redoing her hair. I have more than enough yarn to do it because she's a redhead. And I have a box, a huge box of yarn in a smaller box. Okay, so I am gathering the yarn, preparing it to be split. Here we go. All right, so you see I'm laying this on pretty thick. And with sewing, I want these first areas to be very close to this area. Be careful not to get the needle caught up into the curly bangs. Here we go. Now guide the thread into its position. There we go. And back again. All right. That's motion outside my door. So again, I am doing her part very thick. She's got very thick hair in the part. And that is so that I can use up all of the yarn. This way it's all on her head to give her these really high thick ponytail. Okay, so now everything is set. Ta-da! Goes with her cute face. Yeah, she's got beautiful thick ponytails. uh, right, getting more yarn up. Okay, this is what's left of this one. That's all that's left of this ball of yarn. That's it. So, like I said, I'm using all of this as much as possible. This is what's left of this one. Okay. How does that look on the big screen? Okay, yeah, that's a pretty fairly good view. Let me turn our head this way. That way you can see how it looks directly from the beginning going through. So that way you can see how thick it is. And we have this much further to go. So yeah, she's got thick ponytails. Dixie, what sweet. I love you too. Oh my goodness. Yes, hello. Okay. Now, so that's a lot of hair, and like I said, I'm making this straight down. I'm making it very thick. So this way her ponytails will be thick and very fluffy. No, I do not use regular all-purpose thread. So just to let you know, no, you cannot use regular all-purpose thread. I'm using this. It's $3 for this, unless you can get it on sale. It is polyester, 100% polyester, poly recycled plastic bottles or poly recycled Barbies, and they turn it into a thread. It's amazing what they can do with stuff these days. They can make clothes out of recycled plastic bottles or whatever. Polyester. So as you can see, I'm gathering as much yarn as possible and pressing and going down as tight as I can to secure her hair onto the head, and also to ensure the thickness. This is the perfect part, top middle part, for adding thickness onto a soft, any kind of cloth doll's head. Um, yes, can I help you, darling? Mm, you're lucky. I've already brushed my teeth and flossed. I can't help it. I love kissing my cat. I don't think it's hygienic, but I can't live forever anyhow, so at least I'm gonna do it happily with my cat. Alright, so let me pull up some more yarn here. Here we go. Now, that little ball of white yarn I showed you, it's gone. It disappeared. It is no longer in existence. It doesn't change the color or anything like that. It's just, that was one of the thicker ones, so it's just that much less of it. So it's not making a significant difference. It was the more of the white one. I think, yeah, it was the thick lightest one. Dixie, I need you to move away from the yarn, Miss Tucci Poo. Okay, there. All right. And so I'm gonna give you an idea of what I do when I'm doing the yarn. Um, those are on eBay. So if you're interested, Selena's Elegant Dolls on eBay. I'm going through my dolls that I've had in storage for a long time, and I am downsizing as much as possible. Anything that doesn't sell, I can't donate to the rest home anymore since COVID. They don't do donations anymore. So there's our colors. Okay, that's not showing up because it looks too bright because of the lighting. Okay, so we will now go back down here. Okay, reposition there. her lie down. Move her arm, get that position right. Okay, and 3-position camera. Here we go. There. So that's a lot of yarn. Trust me, it's a lot. This light is so bright it shows up everything in high definition. It even look, it goes straight to my skin. You can see the color of my veins. But I'm also hot. It's a bright light. You know how you work out and exercise and your veins stick up? Yeah, it's like that. Okay, so now we're going to get more yarn and we are going to bring that all the way down into this. Get this situated. Okay, I need to cut that to make it even. There, so now I can split that over. And now we're going to fill in, I'm going to add more from here all the way down into there. And this was the best possible way to use as much of this yarn to really get all of this yarn used up as possible. But also where it's not going to add so much weight to make our head wobbly over time or anything like that, because it's going straight down the center of the head. All of this extra yarn, it's going to be distributed evenly on both sides. Okay, this is it. It's motion outside. I charged up my camera doorbell, but it picks up all movement and it records it. I love it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna flip that there like this. I like the way the colors are blended up through here. All right. Now what I'm gonna have to do, I think I'm gonna have to switch to needle in a different direction in order to capture that completely. Let me go ahead and get through this and see what I think. I think I can do this. This will work. Okay, that's there. Okay, there's a ribbon for her bows. Well, the good thing is the color of the bows. It'll go with any color of hair, or well, sorry, clothes that she will end up getting. So that was a good thing. He made a very, I'm pretty sure it was difficult. I know it's difficult when David is in the store and he's choosing what color he wants his Cabbage Patch Kids hair and the bows and what she's wearing. He takes a lot of thought into those decisions. And I think he did it very, very good. I think he did very good with the colors he chose for this, for all of his Cabbage Patch Kids, honestly. But then also colors for bows. They pick a color that's going to blend and enhance and match all clothing. You know, that takes a skill. And before he didn't, but the more I worked on his Cabbage Patch Kids and he looked at colors and then he looked at mine through videos where I spot them or made changes with hair and what have you. I think he built a sense of color and style to go with his particular Cabbage Patch Kids. So I think he did a great job. All right, so she has lots of gorgeous hair, and I'm looking at my cat. She is such a little Cootabale. All right, so now I'm going to come through here. I'm going to go through certain spots. And there we go. Pull it through. Reassuring certain areas, things like that. Okay, before I tie this up. Okay, so that's it. Now we're going to come through here and come through here. Do you think I made that look easy? I made that look easy, don't you think? It's not. Practice. Lots of practice. Definitely lots of practice. Okay, now a double knot. Perfect. Another double knot. Now a single one to really secure it in. So now it's fully knotted. Now I can run this through. What is going on there? What is that? Oh, people are bidding. Perfect. Good. I need that stuff to go somewhere else. All right. This is taking an hour and a half just to add the hair on. And now we're going to get this stuff situated. Okay. Oops, I'm stepping on her hair. Oh my, and she has plenty of it. Oh my goodness. Uh, okay. Um, I'm going to have to get comfortable in the floor in a moment. Okay. Oh, that's right. Some of those are ending in a moment. Okay. Now, when I'm getting ready for a project like this, I actually use cleaner and everything on my floor. Okay, so we're going to reposition her, redo that. Oh my God. Mm, okay. All right. Okay, I need to get my big scissors. All I have is these. I'm using the little ones, but I'm going to use the big ones as soon as I figure out where I put them. Okay, now there's a cat clippers. All right, I am going to get comfortable in a moment. I'm looking for my big scissors. There we go. I don't know if these are the newest ones, but they will work. Let me make sure you are going to get the best view on her spa treatment. Okay, I think that looks about right. Let me fix my lighting so that I get the best lighting possible. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is yarn I already have set aside to work with her ponytails. Okay, go, get in the chair. So gently, I'm raking through as I prepare her ponytails. Oh my goodness. And they are super, super thick. Okay, I need the ends of that over there. And that over there. Okay. Oh my gosh. gosh, I feel like, where do I begin? So I had to rake through to get rid of to make sure all of the yarn is straight without any loose spots that can look lumpy. My camera view is not showing me in correct time. What, Dixie? Okay, there. Oh my, I need to turn my heat down. It's coming on. I don't need it. To get best results, you have to do it in sections. Also, it helps give support to the doll's head. So a double knot here. Okay, so you can see how thick I did the entire outlining of the hairline and everything. And the reason why is because David has very, very specific requests. I want lots of hair. You know how I like it. I like it long, I like it thick, I like lots and lots of hair. So that is what I hear with every single Cabbage Patch Kid that he wants me to spa. Those are his exact words over the phone every time before I even get it. And then once I get it, I hear repeat. And then right before I start working on it, that's what I hear. I want lots and lots of hair. I want it long. I want it thick. That hair costs me a lot of money. So those are his words. And when someone that I know, because I don't do this for general public anymore. I stopped a long, long time ago. And when I do this for my regulars and people that who've been buying, made over dolls from me and things like that, I do my best to give them what they want. So that's important. It's also a priority. You want people to have a custom creation that's more than just customized, but it's also done in a way. Oh wait, no, I don't want this one. This one is very silky. So this that's left on here, it's half of what it was. I'm gonna probably set it aside, and probably, I don't know, I'll probably send it back. But right now I'm using these other pieces to tie her hair, what's left. And I think I have enough to do it. The only time I have concerns in doing this is when I'm dealing with a very old Cabbage Patch Kid. I consider this one to be very old, with a tag, and it's hand signed, you know, by Xavier Roberts himself, which I'm pretty sure he did not hand sew this sculptor himself. He paid other people to do so, but nevertheless, he is the one who is known for Cabbage Patch Kids. And with that being said, I always try to be I want the doll's hair to be firmly set, but also carefully done where it's not going to come loose, but also all of the sewing or the stitching, I did it close, tight, double threaded to ensure that it will strengthen, that it's done, and hopefully not rip through the Cabbage Patch Kids fabric head. There are so many things that go through my mind that are important with everyone, and that's just some of what I have that goes on. Okay. can't see my phone because I'm obviously sitting in the floor. Oh, it's one of those. I have to find this piece there. Got it. Pulled it, typed it up. Okay. There we go. Bring that under, bring this over. Okay, now bring this back over. No, tie it again. And again. Here I'm going to come back around. Tie it again from here. Double knot. Okay. And I'm tying it again. All right. Cut it down as low as possible. All right, that's mostly done. I will even it up soon. Let me take a look. Oh my god. Okay, this is cute. Oh my gosh. Cute, cute, cute. Let me let you, all of you, take a good peek. Let me get these little scribbles, set them to the side so you can see how she looks. I'm trying to look up into my camera. Okay, there it. Yeah, you can see that. So that's a beautiful hair. Look how beautiful that looks. It blended perfect. Her eye enhancement with this hair color, all of this, it's beautiful. It's thick, fluffy ponytails. I mean, ultra thick. Okay. And just to make a statement to let you know, before I'm ever going to sit on my carpet or rug, I do a thorough cleaning with Oxy carpet cleaner. Stain, even though it's not stained, I always treat it twice, vacuum it 4 times, and then treat it again, vacuum it 4 times to make sure everything's clean 2 days in advance before I'm going to have someone's Cabbage Patch Kit that I had to clean. And before I even sit down here to make sure, I mean, it's nothing dirty on it anyway because I don't wear shoes in my apartment. I always wear, I leave my shoes at the door and I put on socks or bedroom slippers. to maintain cleanliness. Cleanliness is important. It's quite important. Alright, so let's get hair up together from on this side and start prepping for this side of the ponytail. That is something I have to keep an eye on, is certain pieces of yarn in her bang. It didn't get sewn, but that's how come I have to do section by section to tie her ponytail, to make sure that each piece is done firmly and prevents anything happening from her bangs. Okay, so grab some yarn here. Making sure the bangs are good and taut. Okay. The reason why I don't use that one is because that yarn is too silky soft and it's not going to give me the hold that I need in order to tie and hold her ponytail in place, because I have to create the ponytail in sections. I can't just do one ponytail. No, this yarn is just too thick and it will make too much strain on the threads that I've sewn the yarn into her head. Therefore, I have to do it in sections to make sure that there's not too much tension. See, I ripped that one, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt it. Where'd it go? Okay. Okay, leave that out. And grab this, throw it over there, because I have to use this to make all of the time. And it takes a lot of time in one area. Okay. Alright, here we go. This last piece. Now I'm doing a double here in the front. And now I'm going to do another double in the back. Yeah, lots of wrapping, lots of tying. because I'm putting all of the string to be up all around in this little knot to prevent extra strain on the threads where her hair is sewn onto the head, because it's so much yarn that if it's not done properly, yeah, it can rip the fabric of the doll's head. And that is why I do the reinforcement in sections. Oh my. Okay, so now I have to do even her ponytails. Oh my gosh. So to give you a look, that's how she is so far. So now I have to fix the ends and make them more presentable. Okay, throw that over there. Now the best way to do that is lying her down over there, pulling her hair over here. Okay, and gently raking through to pull out as much pieces as I can to make them evenly without it being bunched up or anything like that, and then start cutting the ends, and then I have to continue doing that. So it's still a lot of loop pieces. Oh my mom. Okay, I'm back. All right, there we are going to finish up. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go and get my control and turn off my heat. Oh. Okay. So I try to get all of these little pieces up as I go because this stuff can get all in the way. All right. So the good thing, what I like about this, the colors worked out beautifully. Her hairstyle and the look, it goes perfect with her time period without making her look like something else. Now, there are some pieces that are looped in. I'm going to leave them like that because it's going to let her hair have, even though it's super long, it's going to have a lot of bounce, and it's not like you can play with it, so it's not brushable. And it also prevents pieces of yarn from unraveling. So I'm just using this to make it kind of all evened out. But no, I'm not going to go through and cut all the loopies. And so, like I said, the loopies that are left in, it maintains her length, but it also gives her that bounciness in her hair as well. And it prevents the yarn from unraveling, the ends from unraveling. So she still has that pretty aesthetic. Great for traveling, decorating, used for decorative purposes, excuse me, or what have you. So it's still good. And the hair is ultra long. Okay. And as again, the owner loves hair and she's got more than enough of it. Oh my gosh. So now he's got his own little personal Rapunzel here. Um, Let me see. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. Let me see how that looks. Okay. I even this up a bit. shake it around. Um, okay, get rid of all these extra pieces. These are not my newer scissors. And I don't want to vacuum this up because it will stick onto the round brush that vacuums my carpet. Okay, let me stand her up, take a good look at the side. Perfect, because the hair is fluffy along where it goes. It covers the entire side of her head. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do some more trimming. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go find my other scissors. These don't even want to cut it. Okay, I'll do that in a few minutes. So it gives you that look. So it's hanging from the sides and everything. So she's gonna be a perfect piece for decorative purposes. Let me set her aside like that while I pull this hair to the side. I'm going to get my other scissors because these are not wanting to cut the yarn. Where did I put them? Okay, they're not there. Mm. Right. Yes, I found my new ones. Oh my goodness. Okay, I found my newer scissors. Perfect. All right, here we go. So see how it gets fuller toward the ends? That's where I'm going to leave some of this where it's looped and curved like this. We're going to leave that so that the ends are nice bouncy and give all that fullness. That's going to look really good, and I think David's going to like that. I mean, it's not like he's going to be playing and braiding with her hair. That's no. As long as everything looks pretty even, it looks good, that's fine. And then she has a few loose ones. It's great. It's going to give her all the body, and this is a lot of yarn for this girl, which I do that. All of them, I put lots of yarn in as much as I can, that I know that, because if you do, you have to be careful, and you also have to be familiar with doll making. The reason why I say that is because with doll making, if you put too much heavy yarn, it can cause the fabric to rip. It can cause the thread where it's sewn to rip. The head can rip off, or where the new hair is sewn, those threads that are down in there can start ripping the fabric, rip the head open, and then once it starts ripping, leaving that much, it'll just bust open because this is tightly packed. So this is why with doing this, you do want to make sure you have the right amount, but if you overdo it, those are the risks that you are taking. And if that happens, there's no way of repairing that. You have to create a new body, and or that's it. The head is trashed. So once you go to that level, that's like the point of no return period, because you cannot return from that. And guess who's to blame? The person who is doing the hair and everything. You're the one they're going to blame. They're going to love your work, they're going to love what you do, but if you overdo too much, and for example, if they say they want more yarn, I can't do more yarn because it takes a risk in ripping her fabric and busting the head open from that. And I'm not taking a chance on doing that. This is as thick as I can get it without any harm or damage happening to this or any Cabbage Patch Kid or soft sculpture. Alright, so now I'm going to stand her up. Wow, oh my god. I swear. I wish this was mine. Because, oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I would definitely love her. Oh my god, she is stinking gorgeous. I like her myself. Alright, now let's get these ponytails pretty even. You know, kind of like a layered even. Okay, that looks good on that side. Oh my goodness. She's heavy. My arm is giving out. Okay, let me see. Mm, okay, that looks all pretty good. Oh my god, I need someone to hold her. Like literally, seriously, I do. I need someone else to hold her so I can. I don't think I'm gonna cut anymore. I'm just gonna leave it ultra long. Oh my god, she's a job. She's very heavy to hold. Seriously, oh my gosh. Very heavy. All right, let me turn around, get her set down. Let me give you a good view how she looks. Okay, let her set up here. Get all this little yarn pieces out of the way. And we are going to prepare. I'm going to do her bows, and that will be the end of this video. And then I can prepare to go for my walk. All right, so Mm, pink piece of thread. There she is. I'm pulling her up so y'all can get a good look. Had how look at these ponytails, how they just drop effortlessly. It's beautiful. I do love her outcome, but now we're going to give her these big frilly bows, and we have. See, I was sent with her. Okay, yeah, that's a good view from what I can tell. Let me see. I may need. Okay, I'm going to move up so y'all can get a good view. All right, I think that's good. So you can see how I do that. All right, let me switch my scissors. This is a cream satin color here. I learned how to do bows when I was little. My mom worked at a flower shop. I know I've told that story before. I watched, I paid attention. Okay, I need the big scissors. So that way I have to cut at an angle because that prevents it from shredding as bad, because this is trying to really shred. Okay. All right, we will start with this one. I'm going to take each one and do a bow out of all of these in different sizes. And I'm going to start with the satin. Okay, wait, let me see if y'all can see. I'm looking up at my computer. Okay, I can see my hands. Okay, perfect. So I'm starting with a bow. We're making this. I remember when I was in, where was it? It was, I don't know. There was these kids, these little girls, and they were cheerleading. I knew their parents. I want to say it was a church event, and I made the bows for their hair. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right here at a slant. Great. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this is a cute bow. Now I'm going to cut this, but leave a little extra here. And now recut that. Perfect. Okay. That reminds me. I'm going to have to cut a longer piece. It's like a streamer. And I'm sitting here thinking, I hope I'm going to have enough to make another bow, of course, with streamer to be exactly close to it as possible. Okay. So now I'm going to start tying this. And hope it's going to fit around her head, well, around that hair. Okay, so there we go. There's one bow. Okay, so I take the shorter pieces and I'm going to tie them around. I'll pull this to the back like that. Okay, so there's our satin bow. Perfect. It's going to be able to go all the way around, and I can tie it in a double. Do 2 knots. Pull that streamer around to the front. Okay. Did I tie? Yeah, that one around. Okay, that got tied. Now I'm tying it again. Double checking everything. That looks good. Okay, her streamer so that way they can hang down both sides. There's a streamer. I'm gonna try to add. We're definitely gonna get a lot more streamers to hang down. I'm gonna tie this one more time for good luck. There we go. Triple tied. Where did I throw my scissors? How is it I keep doing it? Okay, I'll grab these. I don't know where I put the green ones. I done lost them already. I know they're around me. Oh, okay, got them. All right, so now I'm going to do the other. There's a close-up. So these are her. This is the satin bow. This is going to be big. She's going to have lots of bows. Lots of bows. and she's going to be super fabulous. Well, of course she's going to be super fabulous. I didn't even look and see how much is on here. Oh, 7 yards. Oh, we're good. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's perfect. Good. I can probably add some more. We're going to make her all kinds of extra. Okay, here we are. I'm laughing because I remember when I told my mom, I said, Mom, I can make a bow. I can do this. And she was like, okay, show me. I showed her. And then my mom had me show the owner of the flower shop. Oh my God, I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I was terrible in class because I couldn't pay attention or focus. But when it come to crafty stuff, oh yeah, I had that in the bag. Okay, set that there. I have to do, cut that right. Okay, because this here's going to be our streamer. And I want that kind of long to give her little, her cute bows, to give her those beautiful satin glamour bows. Oh my God, I cut the other piece. No, I did. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Now I have to cut another piece to tie it. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna do it there. Yeah, that'll fit around her head. Okay, so now I'm going to tie this into, tie the bow. Okay, there we got that tied. That looks like pretty good in the middle. Okay, here we go. There, got that tied up twice. Perfect. So now I'm ready to center her bow. Pull this and that. There we go. Throw her hair over there. And now we are going to get this tied in. Okay, that's tight. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. My hands are screaming for lotion. Okay, so now we have the satin bows. I am probably going to add more of the satin in a moment. Here we go. Yeah, because we still have some, so that's perfect. That way I can add more streamers. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do another one. Now I'm going to go with something that's the same size. Let's go with the bigger one. Okay, I'm going to set these here. I'm going to go with this bigger. This is more sheer. Okay, I'm going to add a lot to this because her bows are just going to be absolutely unbowable. Huh? Okay, I'm adding extra, making these bows super extra with more. So I'm going around here several times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Okay. And so now cut off. I'm gonna cut off a long piece. I'm gonna add a piece that's long, and I'm gonna cut off a piece that's long. So this is gonna be the addition to go with the bow that's gonna hang, but I'm also gonna make an extra longer piece. So I'm going to tie it, and it's gonna be an extra streamer, and it's gonna be longer than this. Okay, perfect. Because I didn't know if I was going to have enough with the satin. Usually with satin ribbon, they don't give you as much on the spool. You end up getting very little. You know, they try to charge you a lot and give you little. That's just how it is. And the thickness of it, the quality is absolutely impeccable. Okay, there's that bow. Now I'm going to add this, but I'm going to move it over a little bit up into the center. You know, I don't know, cause yeah, cause the other one's thicker, so that works. All right. And so when I tie this, I can leave it and let it hang as like little streamer pieces that go in with her hair. It's gonna look really, it's cute. It's gonna be very cute. There we go. Got that tied in nice and tight. I'm tying it 3 times to ensure it stays, and I'm just gonna leave those ends hanging because it's gonna look really good. It's gonna blend in the bottom part of our hair. So this one, I'm just going to take it and put it over here on the side and let it hang down so I can add more streamers. All right, let me see how that looks good on camera. All right. I mean, this, when you think of an original self-sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid, you think of beautifully painted eyes. You want big, above and beyond hair. And you want lots of bows. And you want a prissy, frilly, girly dress when it comes to the girl Cabbage Patch Kids. That's what people want. They want, you know, the extra. They want the drama. They want, you know, that Cabbage Patch Kid to have big, beautiful yarn hair. Because yarn is pretty inexpensive, especially when people are charging $300 and $400 for a soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid. They should have above and beyond big hair, big voluminous hair, and lots of bows and frilly dresses. I mean, if you can't give people that, what's the point? Come on, stay inspired. Okay, so now I'm going to cut long piece here to blend in. There we go. Perfect. I do not make these even on purpose because it gives that flow, those streaming flow, which is really, 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 really pretty. Okay, there. Now I'm going to tie it. Here we go. All right, I need that to lay flat. Oh, it's not showing up on, sorry. I'll do the other one on the other side now that I know it's not going to show up on camera on this side. So I'll figure something out. Okay, so here we are going to apply this bow up in a different position in here. Perfect. Let's square that together. Okay. Now I'm going to tie it about 3 times as usual. All right. By the way, I do plan on creating content where I'm sewing. I'm going to make some American Girl dolls, some clothes. I have shabby chic sheets, twin sheet sets, bed skirt to go with it, brand new, and I'm going to cut it and make it. Oh my God, look at this! Oh, she's looking so cute. Oh, she's already looking like too much. I'm loving it, and she's getting more. Okay, so we have a thin satin and we have a thinner this. So I'm going to go with the satin right now. And this is why people end up going to eBay or readopting a Cabbage Patch Kid or purchasing on eBay because, and then they want it spa'd because they want fabulous hair, they want cute dresses, TJ Maxx, they want beautiful, bright, popping eyes, and they want that Cabbage Patch Kid to give you glamorous drama. And this girl is truly serving it today. All right, so let me see. We're going to do this. I'm going to give her extra streamers hanging down. Okay. All right. Yes, I'm giving a lot of this added on. Okay, right about there. Now I'm going to do the extra streamer piece. Make that nice and long. Perfect. You know what? Yeah, that looks good. How much do we have on here? 10 yards. Oh my gosh. You know what? Okay. We're going to add a whole nother long streamer. Yeah, she's already got the extra hair. Let's give her this extra streamers to give it extra cute. Wow, this girl's gonna have a lot of hair. I mean, well, she's got a lot of hair, but she's gonna be serving some bows. So you know she's gonna need an extra fancy dress to go with this hair and all of these beautiful bows. I think it's great when if you're a collector and you're able to buy the things to make one of your favorite dolls into something super extra fancy where you can just, do that. Give her all the extra, make her into a centerpiece. This girl is a centerpiece. All right. There we go, the pieces that are tied. Okay, there it is. So there's that bow. And I'm going to bring that right up here. Now I'll go underneath all the others. You know what? We're going to do that right here in the front area like that. That looks good. Then reposition it in a few moments. Okay, move the other streamer. Awesome. There we go. Tie it nice and tight. We're not cutting. I'm not cutting the this. I'm letting it hang underneath because it's going to look good with the hair and it helps add more volume and it blends with her hair as well. Okay, there we go. So we are really getting all up into these frilly bows. Ooh. Okay, that goes back over here to the side to hang down in the middle of her ponytails. Ooh. Oh my gosh. She's definitely serving some 80s and 90s hairstyle thing. That's for sure. Well, he wanted it, so he's got it. All right. Okay, cut that. Now for the extra long streamer. Okay, add this. And now for the one to tie in. Make that one long. Awesome. I could probably do a video tutorial on making bows alone. I probably should, but I'll do that maybe sometime later. So there's our bow with the extra thin satin streamers. So now we're going to apply this right up in here. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm reaching back, having to go up under all of the other pieces and her hair. Okay, so now I'm going to start tying. Let me see. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and these streamers, okay, there we go. Some go on that side and some go back here down the center. Okay, nope, we're not done yet. I still have this I have not opened, so now we're going to open this one. Okay, this is like sheer organza. And this one I'm going to make into, let me see, you know what? We're going to make this one we're going to get this one, make this extra. Definitely. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Okay. That. Now add this streamer. Perfect. Now I'm going to do another, even longer. Perfect. And I think I'm going to use a super long one to tie with. Okay, to close the bow in. All right, there it is. Okay, and I'm going to take and blend this right up in here. Yeah, that works. Now go underneath all of the other. Oh my gosh. I'm getting lost here. There we go. That was 1, 2, and 3. And let those hang down and blending in our hair. All right, pull this over. Oh, so what I'm going to do is gently cut that a little bit so it blends up here. That way it can come and kind of hang like with hair. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Does she have enough bows yet? Maybe not yet. Not quite. Here, let me cut that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now let's do another one for this side. Okay, get her ponytails, ponytail pre-prepped. There. Okay. All right. Now the extra for that stream to hang down. Okay, and now this one, extra long. Perfect. I think my skills that I have learned over the years, I think it really came from getting old hand-me-down dolls. And I always tried to find a way to make them new and to make them pretty and desirable and to turn them into a favorite. And so it feels good to have, newer versions, of course, never removed from box, from eBay and things like that, of those dolls that I played with that were old and damaged and things like that. And I don't know, learning how to do things like this to make them extra and to make them feel new again. I think that's really how I learned all this. Having a desire to be creative. Let me see that. Okay. So some of this, even though I gave long streamers, it's fine. I'm simply going to make it where it can blend because I don't want it to hang up in her face. Alright, let me see here. Okay, yeah. So I am cutting some of these, but it looks really good around her face. So this is cute. Okay, I'm gonna leave that hanging down and turn her around so you can see the back. Oh my gosh, look, she's giving Sailor Moon type thing going on. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of bows. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to give her another satin bow right here. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of streamers hanging down. A lot. Okay, so I'm coming back to this. And David, oh my goodness, I hope you are ready for this, girl. Because he wanted extra, he's getting extra. Oh my. I'm at the end. Oh no. That's all. Let me think. Uh, it's okay. I'm gonna make. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna make it work. Thought about using my glue gun, and I could simply put it up in here, but I'm not. I'm going to just pick a side and use the other and make up for it, so it'll work. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let this be the streamer to hang down, and I'm going to use a piece of the sheer organza kind. No, no, I think I can use this. You know what? Oh wow, that's the end of that one. Okay. Alright, we will use sheer organza to seal it off and tie it. I guess I didn't realize how much I was using. I mean, hey, I saw all this ribbon and I'm like, ooh, he wants her to just be all kinds of frills and everything. He just wants her to be popular. Okay, so there's her bow. And so we are going to put it right over here. I have no more satin, but it's okay. It's all going to be fine. Because this girl is giving, honey. I mean, she's giving it all she's got. There are so many streamers here in the back of her head. Oh my gosh. It's living. All right, girlie, there we go. And I'm leaving all the streamers in the back. Look at the streamers of ribbon. And it's going to blend with her hair. It's going to look really cute and blended. Oh my gosh. She's looking like all kinds of things. Okay, we are going to pull that ribbon. Let that red ribbon satin hang over there. Oh my god. She is the cutest little patootie. Oh my goodness. She's serving. She's giving. She's giving. She looks amazing. Lord have mercy. It works. It works. Okay. So, okay, I finished up this ribbon. I done finished up this ribbon. Oh my gosh. Even though they have little string barely hanging. Okay, what we got here? Okay, so we're going to do this. Here we go. I don't know how much is left on it, but I'm about to find out. Let me see. We will do this, this, this. This is this. That is that. He wanted her to be extra. She is certainly extra. She's so special. All right. So this is what I'm going to use to tie it with. But what I'm going to do is use this as a streamer. So it's like waste not, want not. Wait, 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 wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, oh, that's going to be, you know what? Yes. Okay, I'm going to add this, blend this in as a streamer. Like that. In fact, we're going to do two. Okay, there we go. That works. And here, in fact, I'm just going to leave and let that, yeah, there we go. Okay. Set her over here, then I can show you how I'm doing this. Having everything intricately placed to get these details. Okay, there. Okay. There. Now she's got a cute, unique bow that I'm going to put on this side to really blend. Oh my God, I'm trying to find a place to put it. Okay, get down in there. I'm knotting the ribbon. I always tie 3 times. All right, she's done. Turn her around. Let's get these streamers positioned where they will hang eloquently, properly positioned. There we go. Blend it in, blend it in. Let the streamers hang. Pull it in between pieces of other ribbon so it can hang down and blend and be, let her be cute and all kinds of fabulous. There we go. And she is. Okay. She's done. At 100%. I'm done, done, done. And my butt hurts from sitting on this floor. Okay. Nothing. There's nothing left on that. Okay, throw it over there. There's Sean. Throw that away. Perfect. There she is. So I am great. I am going to, I was going to put her in a chair, but this muskrat took over my seat, as you can see. Hello, Miss Jibbles. Hello. You took over my chair, stinky butt. Okay. So this is her hair from behind. You see all the streaming ribbons. You see all the different textures and yarn for hair. Let's turn her around. Oh my goodness. Oh, ta-da. Oh, good Lord. Yes, she has a crown of bows all on her head. It looks like a flower patch. She's a cabbage patch with a flower patch growing on her head. And the light turning in the wrong direction. So, yep, there she is. Lots of long hair. Look at that. Streamers. Oh my God. Lots of bows. Oh, she's definitely serving something, isn't she? And so you are just stinky, but I need that chair, Dixie. Can I have the chair, Miss Jiggle Wiggle Wiggle? Ow. All right, so she's done, everyone. Thank you for watching. Now I'm going and let her set for a while, and I'll prepare her for shipping tomorrow.